Welcome everyone to the next part of our video series on Regulation 561, 2006. We've already covered the definitions in a previous video. If you're not familiar with them, please go back and watch that one, because it's essential to understand the terminology before you can fully grasp the rules. I'll still highlight some of those terms again as we go through the articles if needed. We left off at Article 5, and now we're moving on to Article 6, which begins addressing driving times. Daily driving time. The daily driving time must not exceed 9 hours. Here, the term day refers to a working shift between two rest periods, not a calendar day. So, after taking a rest period, either daily or weekly, you start a new shift, and when you next take a rest, that ends their day. This working cycle is a maximum of 24 hours, and within that, you must complete both your driving and your daily rest period. However, this 9-hour limit can be extended to 10 hours, but no more than twice per week. It's important to understand the word week correctly here. The regulation defines it as the period between Monday midnight and Sunday 2400 hours. Within that window, you may extend your driving time to 10 hours on 2 days at most. Weekly driving time. The weekly driving time may not exceed 56 hours. Additionally, this driving time must not cause you to exceed the maximum weekly working time laid down in Directive 2002/15 EC. This is a very important point. Even though the regulation allows up to 56 hours of driving, if you're doing other types of work as well, such as loading, paperwork, or repairs, you may hit your total weekly working time limit earlier. So yes, it's possible that if you've done a lot of other work that week, you cannot reach the 56-hour driving limit, because doing so would violate the working time directive. And many drivers, and even companies, are unaware of this overlap. 2-week driving limit. The total accumulated driving time over any 2 consecutive weeks must not exceed 90 hours. This 90-hour rule is well known among drivers and is considered untouchable. It cannot be exceeded under any circumstances. Your daily and weekly driving times must include all driving within the EU and in any third country where the regulation applies. Other work. Drivers must record any type of work not considered driving as other work. This includes anything you do under the scope of the regulation: loading, unloading, travel to or from the vehicle, administrative tasks, and periods of availability. You'll find videos I've made specifically about how to log these periods properly. They are worth reviewing. Breaks. This article covers driving breaks. After 4.5 hours of driving, the driver must take a continuous break of at least 45 minutes, unless they are going straight into a rest period. This is simple: you cannot drive more than 4.5 hours without a break. If you go directly into a daily or weekly rest after driving, you don't need to take the 45-minute break separately, the rest replaces it. However, you can also split the 45-minute break into 2 parts. The first break must be at least 15 minutes. The second break must be at least 30 minutes. The order and timing are important. These breaks must still fit within the 4.5-hour driving window. That means if you're going to split your break, the second part must end before the 4.5 hours is up. Special case: occasional passenger transport. There is a specific allowance for drivers engaged in occasional passenger transport. They may split their 45-minute break into 2 at least 15 minutes parts, as long as the total is still 45 minutes, and the rest of the timing is up to the driver. Multimanning, 2 drivers. This final part of Article 7 is very important for multimanning, dual crew, situations. It states that a driver working in a vehicle with more than one driver may take their 45-minute break while the other is driving, provided the resting driver is not involved in any driving tasks. It's oddly worded, because if you're resting, you wouldn't be driving anyway, but what they mean is, you must not assist the active driver in any way. No navigating, no road watching, no communication. This rule allows what's called a rolling change or hot seat handover, where the drivers switch without stopping for a full break. This is a flexibility granted by the EU regulation, but it does not exist under the AETR rules. So, if your journey takes you outside the EU into AETR territory, even if it begins within the EU, you must follow the AETR rules from the start, including a proper stop for the 45-minute break. That's it for now, guys. We won't get into Article 8 now, as it's quite long. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. And if you found this helpful and want to learn more, be sure to subscribe, new episodes are coming. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.